Hi there! Welcome to Apple World. I needed to stop since I had everything and had been totally broken inside for quite a long time. Disney has been faulted for taking advantage of young stars like Selena Gomez and adding to the horrendous encounters we see a large portion of them go through. However, which job do the guardians of the kid stars really play? Selena's folks are to blame for the troublesome life she had as a young star. Without a doubt, Disney has decimated a considerable number of its kid stars, and we won't actually dive into the subtleties of each and every individual who got wrecked on the grounds that rundown is perpetual, however much the vast majority blame Disney. Certain individuals have brought up throughout the long term that the guardians of the kid stars are likewise to blame. One individual, who once blamed Disney but blamed their folks for taking advantage of their children early in life. An alternate individual is likewise noted for each web-based young star. There is a voracious, cruel parent that merits prison time, so is the situation with Miss Gomez. Do her folks have a hand in the responsibility for the trouble she needed to go through as a youngster? Selena was conceived when her mom, Mandy Tiffy, was just 16 years old. And as a kid, they could scarcely bear the cost of a respectable life. It turned out to be much harder when her folks separated when she was just 5 years old. In a 2011 meeting, Selena reviewed how her mom battled to put supper on the table. She additionally recalled how her mother would run completely dry constantly, and they would simply stay there and need to go through the vehicle and get quarters to assist her with getting gas, while her mother was maintaining 3 sources of income. Selena began acquiring an interest in diversion. When she watched her mother get ready for stage creations, she went for vast tryouts before she showed up on Disney's The Sweet Life of Zach, Cody, and Hannah Montana. She then showed up on her own Disney station's unique Film Princess security program. And not long after, Selena got a featured job in The Wizards of Waverly Place from 2007 to 2012. Obviously, with Selena's prosperity at Disney, her mother didn't need to work. And a few fans began saying that, like different guardians, she turned out to be more keen on her kids' prosperity than her own. We as a whole realize that Disney has crazy principles for its kid stars, and Selena has been open in the past about how she had to keep an immaculate picture for madly extended periods and observe each and every other incredible guideline. We would rather not notice any names, yet we as a whole know that the unbelievable principle showed up for large numbers of Disney's previous kid stars. Selena likewise had her absolute bottom minutes due to Disney, and keeping in mind that her fans accused Disney, certain individuals said that her folks were additionally to blame. I need to express that while Disney had severe standards, it seems like they were genuinely attempting to safeguard their young viewers. So while Disney might have some shortcomings, I think her folks have too. They set their kids in these positions. They are those child defenders and ought to have seen what harm was occurring to their children and taken care of business. And very much like a few other previous Disney stars, Selena began exploring different avenues regarding her life when she left the Disney machine in 2014. A source told Radar Online that Selena supposedly went to recovery. Since she had been celebrating extremely hard in trying different things with pot and professionally prescribed drugs, she got back to the treatment office in 2016. But again, a dear companion told in Touch magazine that she had been giving a ton of indications that concerned her companions, who had seen the conduct before. The source added that she originally got discouraged, then had monstrous uneasiness, then began drinking and celebrating way as well hard, then went into disavowal. Lastly, had a break. Clearly it got so terrible that she needed to vanish from people in general in 2016, and when Selena showed up again in November 2016, at the American Music Grants, she said, "I needed to stop since I had everything and I was totally broken inside, and I maintained some kind of control enough to where I could never let you down yet. I kept it in excess of together to where I let myself down." Fortunately, Selena refocused, yet she made plainly she could never prescribe being a kid star to anybody she touched. Old in style in 2017, I think it is truly useless to be in this industry early in life, where you're sorting out who you are. I don't suggest it. Selena likewise told the New York Times that very year, "Disney is a machine, and I'm thankful for it. However, I want to be a piece of that climate caused me to hunger for the response from different tasks significantly more." In October 2019, Selena additionally conceded that Disney caused her to miss out on her life as a youngster on the exact same show, saying that she began working when she was 7 and being away from her family, moving from Texas to law, and encountering distinction was simply too best. Uttling, as a matter of fact, she said in the meeting that passing up her experience growing up was presumably the most terrible part about working for Disney, and keeping in mind that she was discussing what working for Disney meant for her life as a youngster, the vast majority inquired as to why her folks permitted her to go through it. Each of the individuals noticed that it's exceptionally miserable, the way in which a ton of stories have surfaced about astoundingly taking advantage of kid stars. It's generally ravenous specialists, or their folks thinking they don't need to work one more day in their life any longer once their youngster becomes an easily recognized name. The other thing that impacted Selena's experience growing up was the manner in which the paparazzi began taking photographs of her in bathing suits when she was, in a real sense, simply a kid. She really discussed what that meant for her in various meetings. She discussed the issue in a 2017 meeting with The Matter of Style, in a 2019 meeting with LA, and in a 2021 Vogue interview where she said we were all new to this and my one screen siblings needed to express things to the paparazzi. Yet you can't on the grounds that that is precisely what the paparazzi needs. I went to the ocean side with some relatives who were visiting, and we saw far away developed men with cameras taking photos of a 15-year-old in her bathing suit. That is a disregarding feeling again. Individuals inquired as to why Selena's folks urged her to remain at the center of attention when it was really clear that the absence of security truly irritated her position. They also conjectured that all the popularity and, what's more, cash might have made Selena's folks feel that her uneasiness breakdowns and fits of anxiety were essentially a direct result of the tension of being at the center of attention, while as a matter of fact, she likewise experienced being bipolar for a really long time. Selena uncovered her conclusion during an episode of Miley Cyrus's splendidly disapproved Instagram live show in April 2020. She said, "As of late, I went to perhaps one of the best mental clinics. After quite a while of going through a variety of things, I understood that I was bipolar in an alternate stunning new development while advancing her show." Just Killings in the Structure in August 2021, Selena uncovered a few stunning insights regarding her time at Disney. And again, fans said that her folks were to blame. She conversed with journalists during an appearance at the TV Pundits Affiliation's mid-year press visit and contrasted her acting existence with how it was the point at which she was on Disney, saying that she in a real sense transferred ownership of her life to Disney early on, and she had no clue about the things she was doing. Certain individuals noticed that there were individuals in the room who knew precisely what was going on with her folks. Selena Gomez, "I transferred ownership of my life to Disney quite early on. So no, your folks did. They ought to have had a lawyer on the off chance that they couldn't peruse an agreement. You are a youngster. Don't fault Disney. They try not to compel you, and you're currently popular in view of them." Fans likewise noticed that we shouldn't fail to remember that her folks looked as if Selena persevered through long periods of being in a poisonous relationship with Justin Bieber. Selena was really acquainted with Justin through his chief in 2009 when he called her mother, who was additionally Selena's director, and the two supervisors set up a date for them once they began dating on and off. Justin completely humiliated Selena for a really long time. For example, there was that humiliating 2013 video that showed Justin easing himself into a janitor's mop container, and he was likewise captured while supposedly spitting on fans outside his lodging in Toronto. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.